Damn it, no matter what I do, I can't get this thing to focus. What am I doing wrong? Hey, what's up, Nerdgasm fans? Jerry here, aka Barnacles. Today we're doing an unboxing of the Canon EOS 5D Mark III. Now, this will probably be the final video that I record on the Canon 5D Mark II, which is what you're watching right now. So, hopefully the video quality is going to improve, because this thing actually has quite a few cool features, and that's why I got it. Now, it says on the box here that it's the kit, and that it comes with the EF24-105 lens, but that's actually a little bit of a fib. Some friends at work told me to go onto eBay and buy it off there. There's a seller on there called BigValueInc, and they sell the Mark III for $2,500, which is $1,000 under MSRP. Now, normally I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole, but I had a lot of friends that are photographers that have actually done it, and they claim that it worked. So I think what the company is actually doing is they're taking the kits and they're disassembling them and selling the lenses separately, and then they're reselling the kit with the camera for $1,000 cheaper. Now, a lot of people were like, don't do that because of the warranty implications, because they're not an authorized Canon dealer. But I was able to get a 2-year extended warranty through them. And if you want, you can even get an even further extended warranty through Square Trade online. So if you want a warranty on the camera, you can get that. But I'll tell you what, saving $1,000, it was worth the risk. So let's go ahead and open it up and take a look inside. Now, it's sold as unopened and never used. But I called BS on the company for that, because the camera was in fact never used, but the box was obviously open to remove the lens, and nowhere in the auction do they say that it's a kit, which I thought was a little bit bullshit. So I called them on that. Their support was really good. They got back to me within 24 hours, said they'd be happy to take the camera back and pay for shipping, or they just gave me a 2-year extended warranty for free because I complained. But now that I got a warranty, I'm not too worried about it. So here we have the battery. It looks like it uses the same exact battery from the Canon 5D Mark II, which is great because I have a ton of those batteries, and I hate it whenever I buy something new and I need to go get new batteries. Comes with the strap for the camera, the eyepiece right here, which is weird because there's no glass element. I thought that was a little odd. The eyepiece that I have has a glass element in it, although I think it's aftermarket on my 5D. We'll see if it fits. The AV cables, a USB cable, the camera body itself, which I can tell you right now weighs a lot more than the 5D Mark II does. And we have the software, which is good because you can't actually download it. You can only download the updates to it. Let's see, let's move this over so I can make sure I get this all in frame. Got the CDs, got the manual, got some quick start guides, the pocketbook guides, and a piece of paper with a barcode on it. And another manual, the green manual. Now let's see, I think that's it. Okay, the box is now empty, so that's it for the box. Let's go ahead and set that aside. Now for the real meat and potatoes, let's open up the camera. It comes wrapped in a really nice like cloth bag so that the camera doesn't get damaged. And there we have the camera, the EOS 5D Mark III, as it says down here. Definitely heavier, definitely bigger. I notice it feels thicker than the 5D. I'll have to put them side by side to confirm this, but it definitely feels heavier and thicker. So the eyepiece right here, we got slides right over that. So, and it looks like it's actually quite a little bit bigger. The screen on it is huge compared to the Mark II. So that's actually really, really cool. Take off the little dust cover here. Not a speck of dust inside. So I can confirm just from looking at the body that the camera actually has never been used. There's not a single tiny little scratch or imperfection that you can't get in like 5 minutes on it. So at least they didn't lie about that. At least it looks like they just opened up the kits and took it out. It doesn't even look like it's been refurbished. I mean, it looks absolutely brand new. So here's our battery. Let's go ahead and insert that. And the battery, let's see if it ships with any kind of a charge on it. Looks like they moved the controls around. There's a control lock now. There wasn't that on the other one. Or for turning it on, now it's a physical switch. It used to be down here. So you can hear the mechanism. Sounds quite a bit different than the 5D Mark II also. Let's see if we can turn on the screen here. There's the info. We'll get some close-ups of that here in a little while. But that's pretty much the unboxing segment. I mean, not a whole lot left to be said there. But so far, it looks legit. The camera powered on. It's got a battery. The battery's actually got a quarter charge on it, which is what I'd expect from a brand new camera. So far, it looks like it is what they said. And I basically saved $1,000. I mean, if you go buy a Canon 5D Mark II body from B&H Photo Video right now, you will spend the exact same amount of money as if you went with the eBay Mark III, which is normally $1,000 more. So I figured it was worth the risk. We'll find out in the long run if it actually is worth the risk. I'm thinking with the warranty, I'll be all right if anything goes wrong. But if you're a serious photographer, that $1,000 might justify the Canon genuine warranty. But I'm not too worried about it, guys. All right, well let's put the two cameras together and take a look at them side by side. All right, so right now I'm shooting with my little handheld. And that's because, of course, both my big cameras are in use. So hopefully the video quality is still decent. But here you can see on the left, we have the 5D Mark III. And on the right, we have the 5D Mark II. So let's take a look at these guys a little closer. The first thing you'll notice is the screen on the 5D Mark II is a 4:3 aspect ratio. And it looks like this one's a 16:9 or 16:10. And the screen is quite a bit larger on the 5D Mark III, and it's significantly higher resolution. Let's see here. Let's turn it on. So there's the menu on that one. Let's turn this on. Now, I don't have the brightness levels adjusted the same. This is actually dim. I haven't done anything in the menu yet. So you can see here, might be hard to tell with the camera here. Let's see here if I can get a good photo. But the resolution is clearly a lot higher on the new screen. The blacks are a lot deeper too. So that aside, I'm curious to see if they have interchangeable eyepieces, because I have an extended eyepiece that I use right here. You can see this one. It's extended so that you don't press your nose against the camera. Let's see if it fits. It does not fit. So that is not an interchangeable accessory. Looking at those two side by side. Yep, they're different. So it looks like I'll have to buy a new eyepiece. So you can take the stock eyepiece off of that extender, and that slides right on there. And for the 5D Mark III. So it looks like that will have to be changed out. I'll have to buy a new one of those. So that accessory is not interchangeable. So if you have an eyepiece extension, you will not be able to extend it between the two cameras, or share it between the two cameras. Sorry, I'm not speaking to English very well today. Let's go ahead and throw that aside into the pile. The other thing is I also have the dual battery holder here and the side grip for taking pictures and focusing. And I do not believe this will work with the new camera either, because it looks like it's a little bit thicker. Although I could be wrong. It kind of looks like it'll line up. We'll have to give it a try here in a minute and find out. But let's take a look at the rest of the cameras here. So from the side, they look almost the same, but this does look thicker. Let's see here. To me, it does look like it's a little bit thicker, the camera overall. The hot shoe up on top looks a little bit thicker and beefier. Weight-wise, it's actually hard to tell now. When I first picked it up, it felt a lot heavier. But the Mark III actually feels like it's about the same weight. They changed the controls a little bit. Like I said, the power button is now up here, whereas it used to be down here, like on the old one, which I actually prefer, because I'd like to be able to flip the power on and off with the same hand without having to use two hands. Spinning it sideways here. Looking at the two. We have the ports on the side. Oh, it's hard to do this with one hand, guys. So you can see there's the ports there. You have an HDMI, USB, a microphone, a headphone, some other connectors I've never used before that I'm guessing are for like professional flash equipment. And then over here on the new 5D Mark III, You have an HDMI, looks like a USB, might even be a 3.0, not sure. Headphone out. On the other side, in a little bit of a different order, you have the microphone and two of the same ports. So it looks like they have the same ports on them. Flipping them around to the other side here. Opening up the card slot, you can see my 5D. It's got a compact flash. And if you look on the Mark III, it's got a compact flash and an SD card, which is cool. So you can actually have a backup source for your video and your pictures, which I thought was another cool feature. Oh, the other thing is a spring-loaded door. This door doesn't have a spring in it. That door has a spring. So that's another little minuscule difference. So flipping them around and looking at them from the front side here, they look pretty much the same, except for this has got the IR, the little IR thing right here, and some other sensor. And this one's got something on the grip right here. I don't really know why they moved it to the grip where your finger would be. Used to be here. I don't really know what that is. If you guys know what that is, you can comment. As far as the controls on the top, everything looks pretty much the same. So I don't notice a big difference there. Same buttons and everything. But physically looking at them, there you have Mark II. There you have the Mark III sitting side by side. Hopefully I'm giving you guys a good little picture of what they look at. The screen is awesome on the Mark III, but so far it looks like my little lens hood that I have here that I use for filming with the 5D. This thing actually kicks ass. This is from, I think, Cowboy Studios. Will not work with the new camera because the screen's a different size. So I will have to get a new one of those. We already said we'll have to get a new eyepiece. So now the big question, will the dual battery pack fit on the bottom of the 5D Mark III? Let's find out. All right, hopefully I'm in frame on this, guys. So here we go. Let's, first you got to remove the door. Oh, I love how they did the door removal. It's the little things like this that really matter to me. If you look on the door, there's a little release on the inside that you just slide with your finger to pop the door off, because you have to take the door off to put the battery pack on. On the 5D Mark II, it's got a little screw hinge. It's hard to see. Oh, sorry, we're looking at the wrong port here. Gosh, really not thinking straight. Sorry, guys, I didn't sleep too much. But this guy right here has a little screw that you have to actually grab, and it's a little bit more difficult to do. So I'm actually like really glad that they did that. So now if you need to take the door off and put it back on, you can really easily. So let's pop the battery out. And now we're going to take the grip and see if it fits. And the answer to that question is no, it does not line up. So I will need to get a new dual battery grip, it looks like. Let's see here. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't have the little spot for that pin right there, and it doesn't seat properly. So the 5D Mark III will need a new battery grip too, so we will add that to the pile of replacement parts. So just keep that in mind. If you do go from a 5D Mark II to a 5D Mark III, you will have to change out your optics. If you got new optics, you're gonna have to change out your lens hood for the screen, and you will have to change out your battery pack grip that you have down at the bottom. These are all things that I really like on my camera, so I will be repurchasing them. But hopefully that gives you guys a good idea of what you need to replace. But am I sorry? No, because the 5D Mark III does uncompressed HDMI out, and that's what I want for my YouTube channel. Okay guys, one other quick thing to note is when I put in a memory card and went through the first time configuration, it pops up and says London. So this is not a USA Canon 5D Mark III. So I don't know how much that matters for what you're doing. For me personally, I don't think it matters one bit. But just know that this is an imported camera. Otherwise, it would have said United States on there. So definitely probably another reason why I was able to get it $1,000 cheaper. But again, just make sure that it's not something that you're concerned with, because to save $1,000, for me, it's totally worth it. It might not be for you. Alright guys, time to take some pictures with these guys. So let's go ahead and put the lens on the 5D Mark III and the 5.3 Mark II and take a picture on the same auto settings and see how it comes out. Alright, now we're going to do a little video test here. This is the 5D Mark II on automatic. I'm just doing manual focus here. I'm not going to change the lighting. I'm going to just use the automatic settings on both cameras just to see how the video looks. Alright, let's try the 5D Mark III now. Alright, so now we're recording some video with the 5D Mark III on automatic settings. The LCD screen on the back of this is so much sharper. It makes focus a lot easier. It's razor sharp. So hopefully this gives you guys a good idea of the video difference. It's not a very extravagant test, but you guys know I'm an amateur at this, so hey. The other thing I noticed that I'll show you here in a minute is the way that you switch between video and photography mode is actually pretty cool on the 5D Mark III. You can tell that they definitely put a lot more emphasis towards video on this camera than the 5D Mark II was. Okay, one other quick thing I wanted to show you guys is the video is actually controlled now with a switch on the back that switches between photo and video, and you can start and stop the video with its own button. On the old 5D, you just had to push the set button on the middle and you had to have the LCD on to record video. So that's actually really cool. Alright guys, one other thing I noticed here was that there's a lock on the middle of the button, so you can't accidentally change the modes. You have to push the button to unlock the modes, which you didn't have to do on the 5D. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think that's probably a good safety feature to have so you don't screw up things. But the other thing I noticed is the 5D Mark III seems to have a much faster shutter. Like here, let me give you an idea. So this is the 5D Mark II. Actually, hold on, let me flip it over to manual. Here we go. Click. Hopefully you can hear that. And this is the 5D Mark III. Lot faster. Well guys, that about wraps it up for this video. Again, I'm sorry for the audio issues. I had to use the individual camera audio from all the sources because my Zune H4n I wasn't recording properly. User error completely. Stupid error. I just haven't been recording for a couple days and haven't been sleeping, so I screwed that up. But anyways, I hope you guys still enjoyed the video. Here's the old Canon 5D Mark II. It's been an excellent camera. Thank you very much. The Mark III is definitely an awesome replacement for it, which I'm recording this outro with right now. And all my future videos should be recorded on the 5D Mark III unless it's something specialty or I'm live streaming from screen capture. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Go check out my other videos if you haven't seen them. If you're already a subscriber, I thank you. If you're not, hey, think about pushing that button. It helps me out a bunch, keeps me motivated. And guys, keep an eye out for the next video. It's coming soon. Till next time. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps me a bunch. Also, come follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I love interacting with you guys.